The first season of SpongeBob SquarePants is loved by many, yet nobody ever talks about a secret episode in it called sponge.avi. In this story, the narrator came across a virus and it took him to a site where there was a black background and a huge button. He clicked it, which resulted in a download of a file called spongecry.avi. He played the file and the lost episode began. It started out like any normal SpongeBob episode, but the color was distorted and there was no happy music during the theme song. You see SpongeBob sitting in his red chair at home, but all the furniture around him was gone. He was crying hard, basically sounding like a real human's cry. The camera zoomed really close in on his face, like it was being videotaped by someone else. Then the camera zoomed back out to show a rotting corpse of Gary laying on the floor. Gary was destroyed by a sledgehammer, his eyes were on the floor, his shell cracked and showing the disturbing insides of him. Suddenly, SpongeBob got out of his chair and ran straight forward. The episode went to black for 2 seconds and then came back with SpongeBob's face pressed right onto the camera, looking at the viewer with an intense stare. His eyes were black and he let out a deafeningly loud scream. Then the clip went to static for 1 minute and 38 seconds. When it came back and we saw the inside of the Krusty Krab, there was just complete silence. But then SpongeBob pressed his face against the camera and screamed again, although this lasted less than a second. It cut back to him crying on his chair, but every once in a while he'd become more distorted. SpongeBob himself decayed gradually, and by the end you can only see static and screaming. After watching this lost SpongeBob clip, the narrator has been angrier and anxious, and the short haunts his mind all